Alright, quick recap before we jump in. In the last video, I watched every film and ranked them from Popeye in 1980 to The Fisher King in 1991. We covered the rise of Robin Williams, some hits, some misses, and a few amazing gems. But now we're entering what I like to call the golden age, the era that made Robin Williams a superstar. These are the movies that defined him, the ones that everyone thinks about when they hear his name. This is part 2 of me watching every Robin Williams movie in order of theatrical release and ranking them. Reminder, these are movies that he stars in and have theatrical releases, so you're not going to see Shakes the Clown or 9 Months. Also remember, I can only give my own opinion. I have no idea how you feel or your personal connection to any of these, so if I say something negative, don't take it as a personal slight. If you have a different opinion or agree with me on a movie, then please comment below and explain why you have that opinion. So the question is, can anything dethrone The Fisher King at the top? Maybe, but I'm pretty sure that The Survivors is safe at the bottom.
I've just had an apostrophe.
I think you mean an epiphany.
Lightning has just struck my brain.
Well, that must hurt.
In Hook, a grown-up Peter Pan, Robin Williams, has forgotten his magical past and becomes a work-obsessed lawyer until Captain Hook kidnaps his children and forces him to return to Neverland. With the help of Tinkerbell and the Lost Boys, Peter must rediscover his childhood imagination and sense of wonder to save his kids and reclaim who he really is.
Put up your swords, boys. It's Hook or me this time.
You better die, Peter.
To die would be a great adventure.
Death is the only adventure you have left.
There are scenes in this movie that have stuck with me for decades.
Oh, there you are, Peter.
And then there are other parts that I completely forgot about.
Why are you crying? What's your name?
Must have blocked those out. That kind of sums up a lot of my feelings about Hook. It's uneven. If you have extreme nostalgia for this movie and haven't watched it in a while, check it out.
What did I just see? What did I just see?
One of the best parts about this movie is the production design. Just look at these sets. Every corner of Neverland feels handcrafted and detailed, alive. It's whimsical but grounded, fantastical yet tactile.
What is this, some sort of Lord of the Flies preschool? Where are your parents? Who's in charge here? No, Mr. Skunkhead with too much moose.
Sure, there's some very 90s touches like the skateboard ramps and the random basketball court, but it still feels cohesive. It looks like the kind of world that a kid might dream up, while the pirate side of things perfectly reflects Hook's theatrical ego. It's gorgeous work.
I remember you being a lot bigger.
To a 10-year-old, I'm huge.
Robin Williams is my Peter Pan, Dustin Hoffman is my Hook, Bob Hoskins is my Smee, and Julia Roberts is in this. I do understand that she was going through a rough time during production, but setting that aside, she still feels miscast here. She's just too human with zero fairy energy.
Are you in there, little bug?
I'm not a bug, I'm a fairy.
The whole film kind of feels a bit unfinished, though. The transitions are a bit abrupt and confusing. For example, Peter walks the plank, he falls into the ocean, makes it out with the help from 3 mermaids, and then suddenly he just gets lifted out of the water into a giant clamshell on vines. Who's pulling that? How did we get here? I don't really get it. It's also a little too long. There are so many moments that could have been trimmed to help the pacing. But even saying all that, Hook is not a bad film, not even close. I still really love it. I was just surprised by how many parts I didn't enjoy.
And I'm here on my own.
Turn it off.
Isn't that all one?
Turn it off.
When you're alone,
Turn it off!
you're not alone.
I know many people grew up with this thing on VHS, and nostalgia is a powerful thing. So I completely understand if this is someone's favorite Robin Williams movie. It might be their first Robin Williams movie. Can't argue with that. But again, if you haven't watched this in a while, give it another shot. The sets are breathtaking. The performances are heartfelt, and Steven Spielberg knows exactly how to stage a sweeping, emotional epic. It's flawed, but it's still magical. Another film where I could see how this is somebody's favorite. This one is so hard to rank because I do love it. But it's just not as good as something like Dead Poets Society, so I'm gonna put it right below there. I mean, I already said Robin Williams is my favorite Peter Pan, so that's a 5-star performance. The 5-star streak continues.
Now, Krista, don't you think you're a little old to believe in human tales?
Human tails? Humans don't have tails. They have big, big bottoms that they wear with bad shorts. They walk around going, "Hi, Helen!"
There were so many times watching this thing that memories would come flooding back to me during scenes, but I completely forgot everything that happened. And watching it as an adult, I could see why. Krista is a magical fairy who lives in the rainforest with her friends and her sort of boyfriend, a red-headed fairy. One day, she spots a human, Blondie McSpraypaint here, and she drops her boyfriend like a bag of bricks.
Where you been? I've been looking all over for you.
Pips, you won't believe what I found. Isn't he amazing?
Should we be charging admission for this?
In trying to save Blondie, she accidentally shrinks him down to fairy size. At first, Blondie is a total jerk. Actually, he's always kind of a jerk.
What are you doing?
Carving your name. Can't say I've actually talked with a forest before.
I do all the time.
What does it say? I'm not buzzing anywhere. No, unshrink me, and I mean now!
But after battling the film's villain, a smoke monster made of what looks like sentient oil and poop, he realizes that, hey, maybe we shouldn't destroy the rainforest.
There's a part of me that really wants to stay.
There's a part of you that will always stay.
I stepped in. Shit.
There's a part of you that will always stay.
The fairies then immediately bring back to life the forest, making you wonder why it was ever such a big deal if they could just do this and fix it immediately. I don't know. The movie ends.
Maggie, don't leave me.
I love you. I'll always be with you.
I'll always be with you.
I'll always be with you. I'll always be with you.
I'll always be with you.
I'll always be with you.
And I'll always be with you.
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 Because I'll always be with you.
There's a part of you that will always stay.
You might have noticed that I haven't mentioned Batty, who is played by Robin Williams and is completely plastered all over the marketing for this thing. That's because, despite having the best backstory in the movie, he doesn't really affect the plot of the film. He just occasionally picks up Blondie, crashes into things, delivers some silly voices. Batty is just pure comic relief, and at this point, it's just all boilerplate Robin Williams stuff. That said, Robin does do a good job with what little he's given, and it's easy to just see this as a warm-up act for the genie in Aladdin later that same year.
Nobody cares about me.
I do, Batman.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Only fools are positive.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
I fell for it. I should have known.
There is a spark there, but it's trapped in a movie that doesn't know what to do with it. The music, of its time, I guess is the nicest thing I could say.
Your spirits might be sinking with hope and short supply. It's a magic thing. Yeah, yeah.
Yo, the name is Betty. The logic is erratic.
FernGully's redeeming qualities are mostly its nostalgia factor, that and it's really short. The animation is sometimes beautiful, but the early attempts at CGI haven't really aged well. Even for a kid's film in the early 90s, this thing's as deep as a puddle. I'm gonna put this one above Club Paradise, but below Popeye. If you grew up with this, you have nostalgia for it, you're probably mad at me, but I'm sorry, it's just not a good film. Grading Robin's performance, that's gonna be difficult here. He does everything he can with this role, a bat that mostly crashes into things, so I don't know. For me, still a 5-star performance. I don't know what else you want. Great warm-up act.
Looks like we're gonna have to find a way out of here.
Excuse me? Are you looking at me? Did you rub my lamp? Did you wake me up? Did you bring me here? And all of a sudden you're walking out on me? I don't think so. Not right now. You're getting your wishes, so sit down!
A street-smart young man, Aladdin, discovers a magical lamp and teams up with the genie, Robin Williams, to win the heart of Princess Jasmine and defeat the evil sorcerer Jafar.
Kazim was obviously less than worthy.
Oh, there's a big surprise! That's an incredible... I think I'm gonna have a heart attack and die from that surprise!
I love this movie. I love how it looks. I love how it moves from scene to scene. I just love how every moment feels alive. I love our cast of heroes and how everyone gets their own sidekick. Aladdin has Abu, Jasmine has Raja, and Genie has the magic carpet.
Yo, Rockman, haven't seen you in a few millennia. Give me some tassel. Yeah, yo.
Everyone gets their time to shine, which is really impressive when you got Robin Williams stealing every scene.
Crick 'em, rack 'em, rock 'em, rake, stick that sword into that snake. You stay out of this.
Jafar, he's our man if he can't do it.
Great!
The villains are also perfectly paired. You get Jafar's dark, intimidating presence, balanced by that hilariously mean-spirited Iago.
I love the way your foul little mind works.
It's such a beautiful film, full of rich blues and oranges. The early CGI actually blends seamlessly with the hand-drawn animation here. The plot itself is simple, but the movie does such a great job of setting up the rules of this magical universe, which is very difficult to do, especially when you're dealing with genies and wishes.
I can't bring people back from the dead. It's not a pretty picture. I don't like doing it.
Other than that, you got it.
It does include my least favorite trope, the liar's reveal moment with Prince Ali, but it never overstays its welcome. It works because we understand why Aladdin lies. He's literally faking it until he makes it. Robin Williams, perfect as the genie. The filmmakers knew exactly how to balance his wild improvisation with the genuine heart that he could bring. The music, phenomenal. Every song's a classic. I could listen to this soundtrack all day. I've been listening to it for decades. A royalty-free whole new world. I can't dare play this song. Disney's lawyers will take me down. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this one because you've already seen it. There's a reason why this thing is considered an animated classic. I wouldn't change a single scene.
But oh, to be free. Not to have to go, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need?
It's funny because I loved The Fisher King too, but these movies couldn't be more different. They have completely separate audiences, yet both achieve their goals perfectly. Honestly, it's a 1A, 1B situation for me here. I could swap them depending on my mood, but you know what? For now, Aladdin sits at number 1. Obviously, gonna give Robin 5 stars for his performance here. He was born to play the genie.
I think this is some of your best work.
Oh, thanks.
I think Daddy would be very proud of you.
Thanks, Al.
Hugo. This is a little uncomfortable, though.
Well, that's supposed to go in your ear.
Toys follows Leslie Zevo, Robin Williams, the whimsical son of a beloved toy maker. When his father dies, instead of leaving the company to Leslie, he passes control to his brother, General Leland Zevo, a strict military man who knows nothing about toys but everything about war. The general quickly transforms the toy factory into a weapons lab, basically inventing drone warfare piloted by children, forcing Leslie and his sister to fight back and reclaim their father's legacy.
Oh, I see. Just like Daddy always said, treat your friends like your friends and your enemy like your enemy.
Yeah, use your noodle.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
This film is beautiful. I love its style. I just love looking at it. The film starts off very minimalistic with very little dialogue and kind of a muted tone to it.
Is that all you're having? White bread's the worst thing you can eat.
No, Justin, it's very soft and pliable. It slides down the system without disturbing anything.
It has this surreal calmness that I wish kind of stayed throughout the whole thing. Because once the dialogue kicks in, something starts to feel off.
Are you taking my duplication investigation seriously? Or are you disrespecting my duplication investigation?
No, I'm not disrespecting. I'm just saying that there's no real way I can check, because I leave at a certain time. I'm not
duplicating.
That said, I did enjoy it. It's not packed with jokes, but the visual gags are incredibly creative. Some of the lines hit perfectly too.
Yes, can we cater to Asian people, please? That would make me very happy. I mean, this vomit is very Anglo, very ethnocentric. This is obviously the vomit of the white man.
It builds its own unique world, bright, weird, full of whimsy, but underneath that, it's surprisingly dark. It's more of an adult story for kids, which is probably why a lot of people remember liking it as a kid, but can't exactly remember why.
You remind me a lot of my brother.
It's impossible. We're exact opposites.
That's what I mean. He's all silly and soft on the outside, and on the inside he's really strong, and you're just the opposite.
Visually, Toys can be stunning. The production design is right up there with Aladdin in terms of color and imagination. But then every so often you get that low frame rate, blurry nonsense that so many early 90s movies used, and it kind of breaks the spell. The storytelling also doesn't really hold together either. Look, I love Robin Williams' improv as much as anybody, but in a film like this, it doesn't really help things.
And even you, Alien Al, pay a little attention because you were never a big seller. But we stood by you. So now's the time not to ask what Zevo can do for you, but what you can do for Zevo.
The movie's already bursting with ideas. It doesn't need any more. There are whole stretches where Robin is giving motivational speeches to toys, and it doesn't fit.
Because we determined today in this warehouse the future of toys as we know it.
You need one of these moments, not 5. Then suddenly the movie shifts into an action film about military toys and the tone completely changes. Still, there are flashes of brilliance. Some jokes work beautifully, like the scene where the toy grieves at the death of another toy. Man, I can't believe I'm going to be rating this as low as I am because I kind of always remembered liking Toys. But after watching all his other films, I just don't think it holds up as well. It didn't deserve to be a box office bomb, and I think critics were harsher than they needed to be, but it's not one of Robin's greats. In his performance, though, Robin does a fantastic job of playing a subdued, naive genius, and I couldn't see anybody else in this role. Another 5-star performance.
Are you calling in response to the ad? Tell me, who was your previous employer?
I was in a band, severe tire damage.
In a band?
I just want to know one thing. Are your kids well behaved? Or do they need like a few light slams every now and then?
I'll have to get back to you.
Wow.
After a messy divorce leaves him separated from his children, struggling actor Daniel Hillard disguises himself as a Scottish nanny named Mrs. Doubtfire in order to secretly spend time with them. As the ruse grows more complicated, Daniel is forced to confront his own immaturity and learn what it truly means to be a responsible parent and partner.
Hi, guys. Hello. Are they ready?
No, I haven't had their dessert yet.
You cooked?
Yes. I cook, I bake, I sew. Thanks to this Amish home study course, I'm doing quite well.
Now, on paper, Mrs. Doubtfire should not work. It's a total sitcom plot. A guy dresses up, pretends to be someone else, gets found out, and then everyone just kind of forgives him in the end. And yeah, half the jokes are the same ones that you've seen in every man dressed as a woman comedy. Oh no, another guy falls for him. Awkward. But in the hands of Chris Columbus and this all-star cast, it works.
Oh, sir! I saw it! Some angry member of the kitchen staff. Did you not tip them? Oh, the terrorists, they ran that way. It was a run by fruiting.
Robin Williams' character is deeply flawed, but you could tell he's a good person who truly loves his kids. And Sally Field, she's career-focused, maybe a little uptight, but she also loves her kids and just wants what's best for them. The movie does such a great job of setting up this idea that these are two good people who just shouldn't be together anymore. They've grown apart, and it's really painful, especially with 3 kids involved.
We have nothing in common.
Oh, sure we do. We love each other. Come on, man. We love each other.
Those emotional scenes between Robin Williams and Sally Field, it's like watching 2 heavyweights go toe-to-toe. There's just the right amount of Robin's improv and energy, all in the perfect spots. And yeah, it's got plenty of tropes. The ex-husband hating the new, better-looking boyfriend. But when that boyfriend is Pierce Brosnan and the ex is Robin Williams, you're getting the best version of that trope.
Look, Neddy, that's called liposuction.
And honestly, when I think of the double-booked dinner at the same restaurant cliche, this is the movie that comes to mind. And Mrs. Doubtfire herself, she feels like a completely separate person. Even after watching this a million times, I still forget that it's Robin under all that makeup.
Hello! Ah! Oh, I'm sorry to frighten you, dear. I must look like a yeti in this get-up.
Some of his characters just feel fully lived in, and Mrs. Doubtfire is one of them. If Robin were still around, I could totally picture some studio exec trying to greenlight a sequel, and honestly, it might have still worked.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! The whole time!
I mean, I can go on forever, but if you're watching this video, then you've probably seen Mrs. Doubtfire. And if you're a Robin Williams fan and you haven't, what are you doing with your life? Now, I know, like Hook, there's going to be a lot of people mad that this isn't my number 1 because it is a classic film. But, man, Robin has such heavy hitters on his resume. I gotta put this below Awakenings and above Dead Poets Society. Mrs. Doubtfire is one of those quintessential Robin Williams movies. It's heartfelt, funny, a little messy, totally unforgettable, and it's all due to his performance, which I'm giving, you guessed it, 5 stars.
Do you think we go anywhere else when we die?
I don't know. They say so.
I hope not. I just want it to stop. Just stop.
If I die a slave, will I be a slave forever?
I would think so. Wouldn't you?
So, Being Human. If you haven't heard of this one, I don't blame you. It's kind of vanished from existence. There's no Blu-ray release, and it barely had a DVD run because this thing bombed hard. With a $40 million budget, it only made $5 million back. Which is a shame, because there is something interesting here.
Sorry, Hector. But I would be honored if you would die with me.
The story follows one man's soul, played by Robin Williams, across 5 different eras of human history. He's a caveman trying to protect his family, a Roman slave watching his master fall apart, a medieval Scotsman tempted by love, a stranded Portuguese nobleman in Africa, and finally, a modern-day guy in New York trying to reconnect with his kids. It's basically about one spirit living through time, making mistakes, learning, and running into the same souls over and over again. My wife and I watched this together, and it took us less than 10 minutes to realize that this narration wasn't a part of the original film. You could just feel it.
So, what's in the story? A man on a beach all washed up.
A shipwreck.
A heartbreak.
Freedom?
Betrayal. Regrets. Old shoes. Crust of bread. A bunch of roses.
Could be my story.
Anybody's story.
It's like you're watching a thoughtful, emotional story, and then someone that speaks in vague platitudes comes in and tries to help you understand it.
But, in the end, isn't every story all the one story?
The narration just feels like it was written by someone who just discovered philosophy and thinks that they're the Dalai Lama or something. I don't know. It's insultingly stupid.
But a man, this man, could not be happy with such happiness. He walked on his own 2 feet, forever out of this woman's story.
And it turns out we were right. The studio didn't like the director's original cut, so they made him chop off 40 minutes of it and add this dumb narration. And it's real easy to tell. It's one of those films that you could feel the missing pieces. Even with all that, I actually kind of liked this one. It's an ambitious, crafted story, and Robin Williams is giving one of his quietest, most genuine performances. He does a great job of playing different characters with the same soul.
You have any eggs left?
The slaves only got 3.
And all yours were fine?
Yes.
I'm unlucky, Andre. I'm unlucky with women. I'm unlucky with eggs.
It's not flashy. It's not manic Robin. It's just human. Being human. Oh, I get it. Why didn't the narration just tell me?
Sometimes one day changes everything. Sometimes years change nothing.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
The movie definitely has its issues. It never really delivers on its biggest ideas, but maybe that's kind of the point. It's about being human, after all. It's messy and thoughtful and unsure of itself, which, yeah, it feels pretty human. Besides the narration, it doesn't spoon-feed you meaning, and that's kind of part of its charm. Honestly, the 2 hours flew by for me. I got attached to each of these characters, and I loved spotting the same souls popping up in different timelines. I usually roll my eyes when a director says, "Oh, my 3.5-hour epic would have been great, but then the studio meddled with it." But here, I get it. I understand. I could believe that the final original cut of this is way better.
Everything's gonna be okay.
What do you mean going to be? This is it.
What?
I told you, Dad. This is as good as it gets. This might be the best moment of your life. How much better do you want it?
Not much.
Enjoy it.
Thanks for the tip. I will.
Being human, it's not for everybody. I get why it flopped, but I also get why some people adore it. For me, it's one of those films that you give 3 stars and a heart on Letterboxd. So that means it puts it just below Moscow on the Hudson in my rankings. And watching all these in order made me realize that when a lot of people think of Robin Williams, they think of comedy. They think of his improv, they think of his manic energy, they think of all his crazy characters. And while that's true for a lot of his movies, it's not true for most of them. Robin Williams is an actor first and foremost. The guy went to Juilliard. He's an artist, and he likes to take risks. Most actors would just stick with what makes them the most money and whatever's easiest for them. But not Robin. He took real risks and isn't afraid to try something new. So, again, 5-star Robin Williams performance.
26 years ago, you played a game with a little boy down the street. A game with drums.
How do you know that?
I was that little boy, Sarah.
When Alan Parrish finds a mysterious board game called Jumanji back in 1969, he accidentally unleashes a magical curse that traps him inside the game for decades. Flash forward 26 years, 2 kids, Julie and Peter Shepard, find the game, roll the dice, and suddenly, adult Alan, played by Robin Williams, is back and very, very traumatized.
Where's my mom and dad?
We don't know. This house has been empty for years. Everyone thought you were dead.
Together, they have to finish the game and undo all the chaos. Wild animals, natural disasters, a hunter straight out of Ace Ventura 2, all while learning that facing your fears is the only way to move forward.
If you're afraid of something, you've got to stand and face it. Now run on, son.
Aren't you afraid?
I'm terrified. But my father told me, You should always face what you're afraid of.
Now, something that surprised me is that a lot of people don't realize that Jumanji is based on a book. Yeah, it's a children's book, one of the few books that I've actually read. The movie does a great job of expanding on this premise and adding a lot of heart. All right, now let's talk about the literal elephant in the room, the special effects. They have not aged well. Even for 1995, those monkeys, woof. That said, this is a great kids movie. It's dark and dangerous, and it doesn't treat kids like idiots. There's real emotional weight here. There's fear, courage, growing up, all wrapped up in this wild adventure. It's the kind of movie that sticks with you.
No. It wasn't real, Alan. Your father murdered you and he chopped you up into little pieces.
Sarah, come on. My dad did that. My father could barely hug me, let alone cut me into little pieces.
But can we just talk about the town for a second? What small New England town has this much crime? There are people warming their hands over barrel fires in the middle of downtown. Kids are wandering into abandoned factories like they're playgrounds. So when lions start busting out of board games, yeah, you just kind of roll with it. You know, it's not a perfect film. Even as a kid, it bugged me that they'd roll the dice once, freak out, and then just stop playing. I was always like, no, roll again, finish the game. What are you doing? Stop walking home halfway through. But thankfully, by the time they get to the end, they speed it up like they should have from the start. After multiple rewatches, I still enjoy the ride. It's exciting and heartfelt and treats children like actual people. There's a reason why so many people who grew up with this film still remember it.
Oh, thank you, Judy. Thank you. That was very quick thinking. Sarah and I would like to get out of the floor, so it's your turn, Peter.
But if I'm ranking it against the rest of the Robin Williams filmography, it doesn't quite reach the heights of Aladdin or Mrs. Doubtfire. I'm trying my best to put nostalgia to the side and rank these things fairly. This is going to make a lot of people mad, but this is my list. Deal with it. If you want it, make your own list. Watch all these films if you want. But I'm going to put this below Being Human. Please feel free to write your 20-page rebuttal below. All the performances are great in this, and Robin Williams is able to pull off this character that is strong-looking on the outside, but depressed and scared on the inside, all while running from lions. 5-star performance here.
Well, I don't have a palimony agreement on me right now. Is tomorrow all right?
Don't use that tone to me.
What tone?
That sarcastic, contemptuous tone that means you know everything because you're a man and I know nothing because I'm a woman.
You're not a woman.
Oh, you bastard.
When their son announces his engagement to the daughter of an ultra-conservative senator, Miami nightclub owner Armand Goldman, Robin Williams, and his flamboyant partner Albert, Nathan Lane, attempt to hide their lifestyle by posing as a straight, traditional family. The increasingly absurd charade spirals out of control, forcing everyone involved to confront hypocrisy, identity, and the meaning of family.
Listen, I don't want you to go.
Oh. My poor devoted Agador. I'm leaving you, my stereo.
No.
My red boots.
I don't want.
And my wigs.
Which wig?
My best wigs.
Oh my God, what a fantastic film. The Birdcage is one of those movies that gets better every time you watch it. Because eventually you just stop caring about the plot and you just focus on how amazing all these characters are. Everyone in this cast is operating at their absolute peak. One of my favorite things about Robin Williams is how he can actually become the character. And here, he's so grounded, so controlled, so Armand. Except for those few moments where that classic Robin slips out.
You do an eclectic celebration of the dance. You do Fosse, Fosse, Fosse. You do Martha Graham, Martha Graham, Martha Graham. Or Twyla, Twyla, Twyla. Or Michael Kidd, Michael Kidd, Michael Kidd, Michael Kidd. Or Madonna, Madonna, Madonna.
But the real magic happens when you pair him with Nathan Lane. You're watching some of the best of all time reacting to each other's performances.
Whatever I am, he made me. I was adorable once, young and full of hope. And now, look at me. I'm this short, fat, insecure, middle-aged thing.
I made you short?
It's beautiful. I honestly don't have a ton to critique here. The movie isn't perfect. A little logic does go out the window. And yes, it does have that liar's reveal that I hate so much. But between the iconic performances, the gorgeous sets, and the moments that will just make you full-on cackle, this film just works.
The hell are you serving us? Sweet and sour peasant soup? What'd you say is seafood chowder for? The hell is sweet and sour peasant soup? I don't know. I made it up. Oh, God, this is a nightmare.
Here's another film I know some people would have at the top of their lists. And again, I could see why. I could see why in a lot of these. And that's what makes these rankings so hard, but also not that important. Don't try to focus too much on them. For me, it's above Hook, but below Dead Poets. Sorry, Birdcage purists, you could hear it in my voice how much I love this film. But it's up against giants like Mrs. Doubtfire and Dead Poet Society. What isn't hard is ranking Robin Williams' performance. He gives us a complex, grounded character, but it's still hilarious. 5 stars once again.
How old are you?
I'm 10. How old are you?
I'm 8.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So?
You have no hair.
I have hair. I got hair. See? Look.
Yeah, but look, right here you have no hair. It looks like you're bald.
I'm not bald and I'm not a freak. You're a freak, 4 eyes.
He's 10. A whole 2 years older than us. See?
Here you got a new Robin Williams movie for me. Yeah, so there's this 10-year-old boy, but he's got a disease that makes him look like a 40-year-old man. Ha! Sounds like a real recipe for comedy. What happens? Well, he finally gets to go to school for the first time. Aw. Then he develops a crush on one of his classmates. Ew. Okay, if we can't do that, then he falls for his teacher, Jennifer Lopez. Why are you making these choices? He's 10. He's a scamp. A scamp that gets drunk at a bar, gropes his best friend's mom, gets in a bar fight, goes to jail, gets bailed out by his friend's mom, who again tries to make a move on him. Who's gonna direct this? Francis Ford Coppola. Okay, let's make it. Jack is a 10-year-old boy who, due to a rare aging disorder, has the body of a 40-year-old man. After being homeschooled for most of his life, Jack is sent to public school where he struggles to fit in while trying to experience childhood milestones like friendship, first crushes, and acceptance, as he navigates the world that treats him as an adult but expects him to be a child. Oh my God, what an uncomfortable film.
I can't go with the girls my age because I look so much older than them. You look just like me.
Jack, you are still a very young man. Up here.
It's kind of exactly what you would think of if I told you that the director of Godfather made a family comedy. This movie, it just needs to be more whimsical for it to work, but it's trying to be real for some reason. Coppola was completely the wrong choice for this thing, and it's clearly affecting all the performances.
Jack, how would you like to see your classroom? Yes?
Yes?
A little louder.
Yes?
A little louder, Jack.
Look, I love this kid from Little Giants, but I find him intolerable here.
Probably recognized us from the street. He's probably planning on kicking our butts or something.
It's weird because we now know that Coppola can actually direct a hilarious comedy. Other films I've watched in this series have some sort of redeeming quality to them. Jack just made me feel icky.
I want to be a gynecologist.
If that's so, then I want good reasons why.
You are the reason why, Miss Marquez.
Not a fan, and I haven't even mentioned how Bill Cosby is in this.
I love you, man.
So, I'm sorry, but Jack, it's last on my list. I don't expect it to stay there till the end, but for now, it's clearly the worst. If you liked this film, it has to be because you watched it as a kid. You have to have some nostalgia. There's no way. To that, I say, I'm sorry you like this.
I don't know what happened to Mr. McGee. Mr. Powell?
He got diarrhea.
Diarrhea?
Yeah, he got diarrhea. And he spewed.
Oh boy, that's more than I needed to know.
Okay, but what about Robin Williams' performance, right? It's really hard to play a 10-year-old. Even the child actors in this film can't do it. But this was the first time that I did not enjoy a Robin Williams performance. It doesn't help that he's trying to act like a child while all the children in this movie are trying to act like adults. Oh man, this one hurts. This hurts. I can't give this performance 5 stars. Oh man. It's 3 stars for me. I'm sorry. Let's never speak of it.
A very sad play, a tragic play. You're a tragic hero. You're Lou Gehrig.
Who's that?
Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig. Everybody knows Lou Gehrig, the baseball player. He died of Lou Gehrig's disease.
Wow. What are the odds on that?
Robin Williams and Billy Crystal in an Odd Couple-style comedy? It has to be good, right? Right? Oh, half the movie revolves around Sugar Ray? Oh, no.
Oh my God!
Father's Day is about as 90s comedy as it gets. Robin Williams and Billy Crystal both slept with the same woman 17 years ago, and now she's calling each of them saying, "Hey, have you seen my 17-year-old son? And he's missing. Go find him." So they each set out on this mission, bump into each other, and comedy ensues.
15 minutes till I take this deposition. Where the hell is he with my suit?
Jack, look at this.
That's money. Remember that from when I was single.
Robin Williams movies do this thing a lot where there's a premise that feels like a tired trope, but thanks to his performance or the writing or the directing, everything kind of gets elevated and it works. That's not really the case here. Robin and Billy play off each other very well, though, and it is fun to watch. There are some genuinely funny moments.
You know, if you don't let me back, their heads are gonna roll, and it's probably gonna be yours, Bob, okay?
I'm not getting in without a badge.
Do you know who I am? I am the cowboy with the village people, Bob. If I don't get back, there's just gonna be YMA, okay?
But it's one of those movies that kind of feels annoying. It leans so heavily on misunderstandings and dumb mistakes to keep the plot moving forward that you start to see the dumb things coming as soon as the scene is set up.
Did you have to talk all the time?
Oh, excuse me, but I was in there all alone!
Why couldn't you respect my privacy?
I'm trying to clean up our boy!
He's weeping now. Now he's weeping. This is great. Why'd we bother putting him in a shower? You just could have wept on him.
That is always tough for me. When a movie is this dependent on contrived chaos, the comedy starts to feel like we're just kind of hopping from one set piece to the next. It's not bad. Robin gives a really solid performance, and I definitely laughed a few times, but it's nowhere near his stronger work.
And then I wrote my medical musical comedy. It was called Hello, Doctor, It's Still Swollen. It had a great opening number. It was called Hindsight. Hello, Mr. Colon. My prostate's feeling swollen. I think that things are flowing not so well.
This movie is pretty much faded away into obscurity, kind of the same way that the band Sugar Ray has. It's not awful, it's just not good enough or bad enough to be remembered. Sorry to all you Sugar Ray fans out there, all 12 of you. I'm putting this below Toys, but above Popeye? Yeah, just above Popeye. Just because I could actually hear and understand what's going on in this. Both Robin and Billy Crystal give us great performances, and the best scenes are when these two are firing on all cylinders. We're back into the 5-star performances from Robin. That was a dark stretch there for that one film.
Rebo.
Yes.
Oh, do you know what this is?
Flying rubber?
Yes, that's what it is. It's flying rubber. It's Flubber!
Just in case you thought Disney remakes were a new thing, Flubber is a remake of The Absent-Minded Professor, which is just another way of saying, the guy's kind of a dick.
I was talking about your excitement.
Excitement.
The wedding.
Congratulations. It's the wedding! Sarah and I. Oh, the wedding. Oh, I'm looking forward to it, aren't you, honey?
It's today.
Are you sure?
I saw this movie as a kid, and I don't remember anything about it. I mostly remember the marketing campaign.
And kick off your morning with a world-famous 99-cent Egg McMuffin. But you better get moving.
Go, Flubber. Go, Flubber.
Or you'll flub up your chance to get your hands on one.
That marketing campaign was ridiculous, but clearly it worked because this made so much money, even though the reviews were bad.
Hey, are you blind? They're doing something illegal out here. Look, folks, nowhere in the rule book does say anything about jumping too high. Now sit down.
He's right. Ain't no rule said the dog can't play basketball.
Robin Williams plays the absent-minded professor who's working on a new energy source. What he actually invents is... I'm not sure. Flubber is a lot of things. One, it's a green ooze that's a sentient life form that can multiply, stretch, and play the bongos. 2, it's a clear liquid that you could put on anything to make it bounce indefinitely. 3, it has power that could make cars fly? What is happening?
Oh, sorry, first-time flyer.
Oh, and don't forget about the her situation with Weibo. The professor's flying robot with artificial intelligence, which mostly communicates using reaction GIFs and projecting holograms, trying to Sleeping Beauty kiss the professor. What is going on in this kids' film? I don't really want to get too much into this one. None of these other films feel like the shameless cash grab that Flubber does. Disney had a recognizable IP. They had a star they already worked with. This thing was just designed to print money. It wasn't designed to stand the test of time. It wasn't even memorable then, let alone all these years later. Oh, I do have to point out the best part of the film. Shooter McGavin is in it, except this time, he is somehow even more evil. He just straight up admits it, and no one cares.
I won't deny that I hate you for your brilliance. I'm petty, corrupt. Why are you here? Oh, to be honest, I'm here this weekend to steal your fiancée and make her my wife.
Christopher McDonald is having the most fun out of anyone in this movie, and every time he shows up, I cackled out loud. He also gets the best scene in the whole film. I don't know how I forgot Shooter McGavin having Flubber blast through his anus and explode out his pants.
Cool, mommy.
But I won't ever forget that now. I will say that this film looks like the people who worked on it really cared about it. It also looks like one of those films that was just a blast to work on, but the plot and characters, they just don't hold up. I'm gonna put this one below Popeye. And just looking at this list, if there's sports in your Robin Williams movie, there's a good chance you're watching a bad Robin Williams movie. Anything with basketball is basically a death sentence.
You guys, and Medfield upsets Rutland on an incredible play.
Robin Williams does give us the perfect absent-minded professor here, though. Even though I didn't enjoy the film, this is still a 5-star performance. We're back on the train, baby!
Do you like apples?
Yeah.
Well, I got a number. How do you like them apples?
Will Hunting
Matt Damon
is a troubled math prodigy working as a janitor at MIT whose extraordinary intellect is discovered by a professor after Will secretly solves an impossible problem. While his genius opens doors to academic and professional success, Will's emotional wounds and fear of abandonment hold him back. Through an uneasy but transformative relationship with his therapist, Sean McGuire, Robin Williams, Will is forced to confront his past, take responsibility for his future, and decide what he truly wants out of life.
I just have a little question here. You could be a janitor anywhere. Why did you work at the most prestigious technical college in the whole fucking world? Why did you sneak around at night and finish other people's formulas that only 1 or 2 people in the world could do and then lie about? Because I don't see a lot of honor in that, Will.
I love Boston. It's a very unique and special place. It is a difficult place to live, but it has its own style, a place that sits between our historic past and our scary future. Good Will Hunting is hands down the best Boston movie.
I know you've been thinking about it.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
Oh, no, I really haven't.
Yes, you have. You happen to get a good night kiss.
No, I tell you, I was hoping to get a good night late.
You get these incredible shots of the city, but the movie also directly digs into the tension between the locals, the townies, and the rich kids who move in from out of town to study at Harvard, MIT, Tufts, Boston College. You get the idea. It's the perfect backdrop for a story about a super genius that can't reach his potential because of his psychological trauma.
I know. No, you don't. It's not your fault. I know. It's not your fault. All right? It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Don't fuck with me.
This movie feels genuinely lived in. The characters, even when they lean into more of caricatures, feel like products of their environment.
It's cool. It's cool? Yeah, cool. Fucking damn right it's cool. How you like me now?
My boy's wicked smart.
The film nails that contrast between the working class neighborhoods and the campuses full of students and professors who live in an entirely different world. That's why a community college is the perfect setting for Robin Williams' character. Someone who has existed in both worlds, but never fully fit in with that privileged class. It's a complex story about how your environment shapes you, but somehow the movie's able to tie everything together with a simple, overarching theme that feels clear and grounded.
Thank you, Will.
It is violate the patient-doctor relationship.
Only if you grab my ass.
And honestly, I can't believe how many Robin Williams movies deal with these exact themes. When you watch his filmography in order, it makes complete sense why he plays so many therapists, teachers, and doctors. He's just so good at playing smart, emotional, vulnerable, but still funny.
My wife used to fart when she was nervous. She had all sorts of wonderful little idiosyncrasies. She used to fart in her sleep. I'm sorry I shared that with you.
My wife uses that scene as an excuse to rip fat ones in bed.
She woke herself up.
That's okay, because this is my excuse. What else am I supposed to say about this movie? It's great. I'm putting it just above Good Morning Vietnam, and you know how much I love that movie. Just below Fisher King, though. It's more of a kind of a 1C than a 3 here. Honestly, any of these 3 could be my favorite Robin Williams movie on any given day. This order is just where they sit most of the time in my brain. Obviously, 5-star performance from Robin Williams here. If I could give it more stars, I would.
Do you think I'd know the first thing about how hard your life has been? How you feel? Who you are? Because I read Oliver Twist. Does that encapsulate you?
Whew, there you go. That is 7 years of Robin's career with a lot of movies put out. Considering this amount of movies, it's crazy how many of these are absolute bangers. The only film I would say is a complete misfire is Jack for me, even though I know there's fans of this film and they're weirdos. At this point, Robin Williams has already cemented himself as one of the greats, and I've had such a great time watching all of these, even the ones I didn't fully enjoy. We still have a ton of films to cover, and I hope that you're here with me along the way. Please subscribe so you can get notified when I release new Good Morning Robin videos. And again, let me know in the comments which one of these was your favorite or least favorite, or which one that you're looking forward to. If you already haven't checked out the first video in the series, or I don't know, maybe you're watching this after the next video is already out, so check that one out. Thanks for watching.